Welcome to GATV, and this is our coverage of the 2010 Sun and Fun in Lakeland, Florida. We're going to take y'all inside and give y'all a look at all of the vendors and the aircraft, talk with a lot of the people that are there, and just kind of show you around. It's our first time we've taken the cameras here, so we're just as excited as you are to check out the coverage.
Yeah, so for those of you who weren't able to come this year, this place is huge. It's enormous. It's second to only Oshkosh. So we're going to give you an inside look at all the different vendors, seminars, keynote speakers, and definitely all the airplanes that are out there. So it should be a great show. So stick around.
Don't go anywhere. GATV Online will be right back. Yay! Yep, you should have recorded that. Has it?
All right, you are go. Now we see the Earth. You got it. Now we see the Earth now. You got it. Now we see the Earth. You got it. Now we see the Earth now. All right, you are go.
Have you ever looked up at a small plane flying overhead and wondered what it would be like to fly? Well, here's your chance. U.S. Sport Aero Club can train you as a sport pilot in as little as 2 weeks for less than $4,000. U.S. Sport Aero Club has an inventory of new sports cruisers, now the Piper Sport aircraft, that for club members cost only $90 an hour to fly, including fuel. Once you join U.S. Sport Aero Club, not only do you get to fly meticulously maintained aircraft at a low fixed cost, but your membership gains you access to 3 locations throughout Florida, with over 7 aircraft available. If you're already a pilot and want to add additional ratings, U.S. Sport Aero Club can train you for your instrument rating or even a Sport Pilot CFI. If you're not a pilot and this sounds too good to be true, you owe it to yourself to call them today and take a discovery flight. Call U.S. Sport Aero Club at 772-349-4633 or check us out on the web at ussportaircraft.com.
we are over here with Data Toys, and this is Roy. You are the
I'm in sales and marketing.
sales and marketing for Data Toys. Wonderful. And they actually make all the cameras we use for Jim Alsop's piece at the end of each episode, where you can show the in-cockpit video as well as the outside of the plane. So tell us a little bit about your product.
Sure. Well, we offer complete solutions for in-flight video recording. We have digital recorders, all the cabling you need, cameras, as well as all of the audio connections. And we have a lot of neat accessories as well made specifically for pilots. We have a multi-view processor, which does picture-in-picture. It also overlays data, like accelerometers, so you can see how many G's you're pulling. Great for aerobatic pilots. You can overlay GPS information like coordinates, speed, altitude. It's a great learning tool, great for flight schools. And then we just released our new video switcher. It's a 4-camera switcher. It's great for flight tours.
Wonderful. And with the 4 cameras, how do you compare videos? What does that look like?
Well, with the 4-camera switcher, you can mount multiple cameras on one aircraft and use just one recorder. We still offer the dual-channel recorder, but with this device, you can have up to 8 cameras. So it's really a neat tool and allows you to shoot from a lot of different angles.
Very nice. And what are some of the places that you can mount the camera? What are some common places that people like to have it?
Yeah, our most popular views are definitely on the tail and then the wingtip. But there's always that hero shot from the cockpit pointing back at the pilot, especially for those aerobatic guys.
Exactly, looking directly at the person flying. Who cares
Exactly.
what it looks like outside? Everybody knows what the ground looks like, right?
Definitely.
The sky. All right, and so you have the camera system. What are the different types of maybe combinations that people use?
Sure. Our most popular system this event is by far our recreational system, which what we call the MPVR RTR, which means ready to record. It's an all-in-one unit. It's $600. It's a great way to start out, and you can always upgrade to our professional system. That offers 2 cameras. It's priced a little under $2,000, and that's great for the professional, commercial applications, flight tours, flight schools, and then definitely the aerobatic pilots.
Right, and how has the show been going for you so far?
It's great.
A lot of good response?
Definitely.
A lot of people stopping by?
Yeah, I'm busy.
Well, great. Well, thank you so much for having us, and have a good show.
Thank you. I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
All right, I'm with James Wiebe from B-Light Avionics. Now, you may have remembered back at Sebring, we checked out his B-Light aircraft, the super, super light, really cool, I loved them, wanted one for myself aircraft. And so now today we're going to talk about his avionics with him. So, hi James, how are you?
Great.
Good, good, good. So, what'd you bring with you today?
Okay, what we brought with us today is about 10 new pieces of avionics that we've designed and just introduced. They're all lightweight, typically weigh less than half an ounce, and they're very inexpensive, and they're state-of-the-art solid-state electronics, including an airspeed indicator, a vertical speed, a altimeter, a voltmeter, a battery condition meter, a turn and bank indicator, electronic with a built-in solid-state gyro. When it's level, you can see that it's right in the center. Now, if we start to do a turn, let's do a turn, you can see that the gyro sees it right away, and it's sensitive to the rate of the turn. When we have it in an airplane, it can be rock steady as we go through a turn. It's calibrated to do a standard rate turn and some other things, and if your turn is too fast, it blanks off in either direction. It's designed to do that. Some more basic stuff. Here's a fuel gauge. Pilots always want a fuel gauge that actually works. This is one that does. This is a special airspeed indicator. It's really designed for experimental and home builts, more of the low and slow kind of pilot. This particular unit is calibrated up to 82 miles per hour. We can do others, but this is the one that we picked first because it fits well with our plane. I just love doing this, folks. I'm going to simulate being a pitot tube. There we go.
You got up to
I think 75 miles an hour.
75 miles an hour.
Yeah, isn't that fun? These instruments are available not only in the small square panel, they're available in a standard 2¼ inch panel. So you can put them into existing instrument holes, or you can do them on a smaller layout should you choose.
Well, that's just amazing. I love it. We'll take a closer look at these, and then we're also going to visit your booth outside and take a look real quick at some of the other aircraft you brought with you.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us.
All right, welcome back to our coverage of this year's Sun and Fun. And I'm here in the Forward Vision booth with Patrick Farrell. He's going to tell us a little bit more about their FLIR system for general aviation.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about this. FLIR, as you know, just stands for Forward-Looking Infrared, and in aviation we have kind of morphed that name into EVS, or Enhanced Vision Systems. And we're pretty happy at Forward Vision. We've got two different systems, an EVS 100, EVS 600, that utilize that long-wave infrared technology and turn night into day for pilots. As you know, this technology has been very expensive. It's been mainly used by military and police units. And what we've been able to accomplish is to get that same level of quality of infrared detector into a small unit that weighs 1.2 pounds, as you see here, and will attach to your airplane. We're certified with STCs on over 170 models of aircraft now. So these systems are really additive and important information even to the synthetic vision systems. Piper Aircraft announced yesterday morning that the Malibu, Matrix, and Mirage are now STC'd with our equipment on, and there's an aircraft with it installed out in the Piper booth.
Okay, let's say somebody's interested in adding one of these to their aircraft. How would they go about doing it? How do they contact you, or does it have to go through a distributorship?
Just give us a call. We'll direct you in the right direction. And we have a website with lots of video for people that like to see. It's www.forward-vision.net or forward-vision.net. And feel free to give us a call, and we'll just direct you in the right direction.
Stay tuned. There's a lot more to come from our coverage of this year's Sun and Fun Fly-In event in Lakeland, Florida. GATV's website and show are devoted entirely to general aviation. If you want to see your business soar, you should partner with us and our other sponsors so collectively we can promote the sport of flying. By advertising on our show and website, you can help share our passion for flying and expose more people to your business at the same time. For advertising rates, simply click on the airplane logo on the GATV online website. If you're looking for a weekend retreat or a primary residence in a residential flying community, Heaven's Landing may be just the place. Located in northeast Georgia, where they enjoy beautiful weather year-round, Heaven's Landing has a laid-back mountain lifestyle that is easily accessible through the use of general aviation. Here you will find 300 home sites, averaging 1.5 acres each, with taxiable lots or spectacular mountain views and community hangars. Heaven's Landing also has a lighted 5,069-foot concrete runway that can accommodate everything from a Piper Cub to a Learjet, and they even have fuel on site. If you would like to find out more about this beautiful residential flying community, contact Heaven's Landing at heavenslanding.com or simply dial 1-800-HEAVEN2. We met up with one of the Sun and Fun officials who was nice enough to take us in his golf cart and give us a tour of the event. So for those of you who weren't able to attend Sun and Fun this year, this next 3.5 minutes is devoted to you to give you an idea of just how really large this event is.
Stay tuned for more from Sun and Fun here in Lakeland, Florida.
Treasure Coast Avionics in Fort Pierce is your one-stop for all of your avionics needs. They have a huge inventory of parts and the expertise to service all major brands of electronics. Whether you need service, certification, or a panel upgrade, Treasure Coast Avionics can get the job done right. If you're looking for that new panel, they have state-of-the-art design capabilities with CNC machining to turn your dream panel into a reality. Treasure Coast Avionics is located on field at the St. Lucie County International Airport. Click on their logo on the GATV online website for more information. GATV Online's website is devoted entirely to general aviation. Not only can you watch each episode of GATV 24/7, but GATV Online can be your one-stop for all of your aviation needs. Like our flight planning page, where you can check the weather, plan your flight, and even file your flight plan. And the Flying Resources page gives you quick access to many other aviation websites. There are other pages that cover upcoming events, tell more about the GATV crew, plus please check out our sponsors links page, whose support makes GATV and GATV Online possible. New to our website is our flight training page, with loads of information about becoming a private pilot or a sport pilot, including links for flight instruction and ground school. We always like to hear from our viewers, so drop us an email with any comments or suggestions. That's GATV and GATVonline.com. Okay, welcome back to our coverage of the 2010 Sun and Fun. We're back with James with B-Light Aircraft, and now he's going to show us the two aircraft that he's brought here to the Sun and Fun exhibit area where the light sport is, and tell us a little bit more about it.
Okay, let's take a look at the airplanes. We're starting here with our B-Light Superlight. This particular airplane has a very distinctive paint scheme on it, which is the dragon paint. As you take a look at the wing, you can see all the vinyl graphics that we've had put on it. And if you take a look at the tail, that's here behind me, you can see even more of the same really beautiful paint scheme. We have full span flaperons. What that means is these particular flaperons work as both of the ailerons and the flaps for the airplane. And they have a intermixing mechanism, so you can turn left to right, and they're ailerons. And there's also a handle that's interrelated, so you can pull it back and they're flaps. We have a ballistic parachute from BRS. We put this on for a reason of safety. We've now come around to the tip of the airplane, and there's a couple of things that I want to point out to you here. The first is the construction of the flaperons. The way, and you can see that as you look down the flaperon, that it's metal bonded to foam ribs, and wherever there's a rib you can see the bond line coming right down the back of the thing. It's all bonded together with special adhesive, and then after we bond it, we hit it with rivets at every point. So as a result, even if there was a bond failure in the glue, you'd end up with the rivet construction as a backup. We like to always have a belt and suspenders approach to our product so that everything stays together. This particular aircraft has a carbon fiber wing. What that means is we're using carbon fiber in the spars and in the actual wing construction. So we can see that that's carbon fiber right in front of us. Really beautiful to look at. You can look down right here and you can see that this is a carbon fiber spar tube that goes all the way from here to the root of the wing. Very strong, lighter than aluminum. We like it a lot. Over here, continuing with the construction of the aircraft, we've made a couple of changes, both to reduce cost and to make it easier to build and to make it light as well. We've gone to aluminum lift struts on this wing. Each of those struts has a tension holding capability of several thousand pounds. And then we've also gone to some simplified ball joint bearings for how it attaches to the fuselage. That makes it both easy to build The number one thing that people ask us about our airplanes is, can you fold the wings? And the answer is absolutely yes, you can fold the wings, and it's just really easy to do. If we wanted to fold the wing, all we have to do is pull this pin out right here, and we'd have to pull the pin out of the flapper on down there, and the entire wing would simply fold backwards. The landing gear is made out of welded chromalloy steel. We build them in jigs at our factory. This particular set of gear is solid, but you can also get them with bungees for shock absorption. This is a Herth 50 horse 20 F23 engine. I like it a lot for quite a few reasons. It's electric start. You can see that we've got 2 plugs per cylinder. It is dual ignition. It is a twin opposed, so it looks like an aircraft engine. And you know, sound is really important. When you idle this baby back, it sounds like an aircraft engine. It has just the right rumble to it. And as a result, we're able to keep it up at 62 miles an hour, for instance, at 2,000 feet. And that's absolutely the speed limit for Part 103. I'm 6 foot 2.5 inches tall, and you can see that I got plenty of headroom. Very, very smooth throttle in flight, very easy to start engine, and it's electric. Here's the starter. Let's take a look at the controls. Rudder pedals on each side there. This particular aircraft has Bowden cables on each side back to the rudder. That provides some redundancy in the event that we have a cable break. We've got dual cables that go for the flapper and control up to the wings, and we have successfully and easily flown the plane with only one flapper on attached. It flies just fine. And over here on my left side, a little hard to see, but we have a flap handle, which is, like I said before, interlocked into the aileron control via a mechanism that's hidden underneath the seat. Very easy to use. And this has got to be one of the most truly remarkable features of any ultralight aircraft on the planet right now, because what we've got here is a solid-state instrument panel that literally has 9 instruments on it, along with all of the electrical controls for our airplane, and the whole thing weighs less than 1 pound for everything that you see in that area right there. Less than 1 pound. In fact, the individual instruments each weigh about 15 grams, which is about 1/2 of an ounce.
We thought we'd head out to the flight line to get some exciting footage of the Warbird show. Little did we know how exciting this footage would really turn out to be. These are North American T-28s, also known as Trojans. They had a frameless canopy and were brought into service as primary trainers to replace the aging T-6 Texans. The first planes to land were these North American T-6 Texans, also known as pilot makers, because of their important role in preparing pilots for combat. Derived from the 1935 North American NA-16 prototype, which was a cantilevered low-wing monoplane, the Texan filled the basic need for a combat trainer during World War II and beyond. These are the same type of planes used by Shell's Aeroshell aerobatic team. The final group of planes to land were the T-28 Trojans. We've been to many air shows in the past, and it's common to have them pull a smoke on the ground to give the crowd a thrill. We were just about to shut our cameras down when we realized there was more going on than just a show for the crowd. We never did find out what really caused the fire, but the cool-headed pilot did the right thing by increasing his RPMs and using his own prop wash to extinguish the flames. In a short time, the smoke began to dissipate, and it appears as though that the pilot's quick thinking saved his T-28. As the group of T-28s taxied past us, it appeared that the plane was no worse for the wear, but we assumed that the pilot was headed in to get a fresh flight suit. If you're looking for a weekend retreat or a primary residence in a residential flying community, Heaven's Landing may be just the place. Located in northeast Georgia, where they enjoy beautiful weather year-round, Heaven's Landing has a laid-back mountain lifestyle that is easily accessible through the use of general aviation. Here you will find 300 home sites, averaging 1.5 acres each, with taxiable lots or spectacular mountain views and community hangars. Heaven's Landing also has a lighted 5,069-foot concrete runway that can accommodate everything from a Piper Cub to a Learjet, and they even have fuel on site. If you would like to find out more about this beautiful residential flying community, contact Heaven's Landing at heavenslanding.com or simply dial 1-800-HEAVEN-2. Part 3 concludes our coverage of the 2010 Sun and Fun main event at Lindler Regional Airport in Lakeland, Florida. The final episode will cover the splash end at Lake Agnes, where we were able to see hundreds of amphibious aircraft. So stay tuned to GATV, you won't want to miss it. This episode of GATV has been brought to you by Aviation Insurance Resources, JH Audio, Data Toys Digital Video Systems, U.S. Sport Aero Club, B-Light Aircraft, Treasure Coast Avionics, Jim Alsop Master CFI, AvMap Satellite Navigation, Heaven's Landing Residential Flying Community, and Piper Aircraft. When we travel to film GATV, it's always in our dependable Piper. Well, that's all we have time for. I hope you enjoyed the show.
If you get a chance, send us an email. We would love to hear from you. And if you're not a pilot, go take a Discovery flight. You'll be glad you did. I know I am.
But if you are a pilot, take a kid flying. Fly safe.